Hello, hello, hello. What's up, everyone? We've got George over here. We've got Ed, William, Tam. What's going on? We're super duper excited. Welcome to the first ever Content to Conversion Masterclass. You've got obviously myself, the most handsome person on this call. We've got Sagun, the third most handsome person on this call, and Ian, who's right there in the second. I'm super excited. Kirsten, what's up, baby? What's going on? How are you? Guys, if you're ready to learn about how to convert using content, can you just put a one in the chat? We're not going to start until we see a bunch of ones because I want you guys to be paying attention. Will, I know you're here. I know everyone's going on. We're excited about this. All right, let's see those ones in the chats. We've got Lee with a one. Kirsten, I'm looking at you. Uno. Okay, a little Spanish. Muy bien, mi amigo. Ari. Perfect. Guys, we're not going to waste your time. We want to be as influentially positive in your life as possible. So with that being said, we're going to get started right away. As many of you know, and if you don't know him, you need to know him. We've got my boy Ian starting off. Ian he's one of the first members in R.E.A.H.. He's an energetic fella. Most of you don't even know his last name, but you know one thing, that he is in Austin. And he's built his content and brand around one thing, and that's helping people, getting connections and using those connections to create conversations, which then creates conversion. So I'm not going to talk. Let's let Ian speak. Obviously, you've got myself and Sagun next. Let's get for it. Ian, please, brother, start.
You say you don't see anything. That's not good.
Yeah.
Someone said he doesn't see anything.
I wanted to say that.
All right. So everybody, I go by Ian of Austin everywhere on the internet. The goal here is to just break down a bit of branding that I think a lot of agents missed over the last few years. So if you're a newer agent, I mean, that's one of those things where there are legacy agents, there are agents that started doing during COVID, and there are agents that are starting now that have to shore up what branding means. I've taught in the R.E.A.H Academy for many years about branding and content and how to connect with people. And I feel like a lot of people think branding is literally just, sorry, I'm reading the comments here. Okay, good. A lot of people feel like branding is literally just a logo, but that is not it. The way you have your conversations, the information that you share with people, how you share with people is all extremely relevant, and it changes how people receive you on the internet. And so the number one step for conversion for agents is understanding their branding and how it aligns with the people that you're talking to. I know a lot of people that go out there and they're putting out content all over the place and it's not working. You know, I used to run a team. I had about 14 agents on the team some years ago, and we were spending about $10,000 a month in ad revenue. $10,000 a month in ad revenue. And I'll tell you, I was still the top producer. And a lot of the agents, we started recording their calls and things like that, and they just were not converting. And it took me a minute to understand why. And when we listened to their calls, they didn't have any structure. The content they were putting out didn't resonate with the leads they were receiving. And so it was just it really was. And so the goal of today is to give you a few frameworks and platforms and systems in order to convert the leads that you get coming in. And Gagan and Sagun are going to show you how to get a lot of these leads as well. William, yes, I see that I am pixelated. I'm sorry about that. As long as you can hear me and see some of the screens, that's good. All right, we'll move on to the next one. I guess before we go any further, can you let me know if you've been in real estate before 2020? Drop a 1 in the chat. If it's been during the last 5 years, drop a 2 in the chat. I'm very curious about that. Okay, few people. George in here, been around for a minute. Karen's been around for a minute. Cool. And I'm trying to keep slides from being super, or trying to keep them from being too dense is how I'll say it. So the first thing I want to talk about is the why question. And the reason why I want to talk about that is Gagan and I were having a conversation the other day and on our trending podcast. We were asking about this why. And this is one of those fundamental real estate things. Every coach you talk to, they're going to ask you what your why is. Every coach, right? And there's nothing wrong with that question, but it's loaded, and I don't think it's fair, right? So when you ask what your why is, just gotta give some drop in the comments what your why is. Like, what is your why? Gagan said, "I'm his why." Yes, sir. Nobody's giving me the whys. See, that's actually an interesting tell, because it's not an easy question. Like I said, it's loaded. But the goal here is, once you do, I'm going to stop and talk about some of these. Okay, so Kristen says to get out of real estate. I think a lot of agents feel that way as far as their why. Like, you start in this industry, you realize how stressful it is, how much it takes out of you, how burned out you can get. And so your why could just be to get out of real estate. I see travel, family, daughter, 18 years in real estate. That's incredible. I'm glad you've made it so far. It's good. For family all day, every day, to impact people through quality service. That's a good one. Fudge. Mountain resort life. Morgan says she's incredibly materialistic. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as you know that about yourself, there's no need to deny it. That's good. Sagun says, helping people, of course. Carissa, show my kids you can start over at any age. I love that one so much. Now, as you're thinking about this why, you have to ask yourself, does it align with your brand? A lot of agents, and this is going to be a hot take, a lot of agents don't have a brand. What they do is they put stuff out there, and the brand just kind of manifests as to whatever they can do at the time, right? Whoever they are in the moment. And that's kind of challenging, because then you can't control the narrative for people. And again, Sagun and Gagan talk about how to control that narrative, but I just want you to think about that a little bit. Does your brand align with your leads? If you had 100 leads come in tomorrow, are they talking to you, or is this like a cold call? Do they know anything about you? Or are they speaking to a stranger, and your job is to now convince them why they need to trust you, right? Or if they come in, let's say you're searching for a luxury clientele, but they come in and there is nothing luxury about your brand, there's this incongruency, and people sense that on the back end. And so, like, when I share stuff like this, it's not a single why. For example, so my wife, my dogs, I'm on Lake Travis, which is one of the big lakes here in Austin, Texas. I like having a good time. We take our boat every once in a while. What it does is it gives people a sense of my familial status. It gives people a sense of the things that I enjoy doing. Notice I'm wearing the hat, even on the boat, which is ridiculous, but it's part of the brand, so I have to. I'm showcasing the dogs with their booties. There's a lot of questions that can be answered, and this goes for any social media that social media content that you're putting out there. You want all of your content to kind of align with who you are, your activities, the things that you do, the things that make you human, as well as the things that help you amplify how you work. I think a lot of people have that question. They're like, I have a personal social media page, or I have a business social media page. Really, you are the brand. It shouldn't matter so much, and that's something that Gagan and Sagun will talk about a little bit more. I want to talk about this. When you are putting a lot of stuff out there, you start getting noticed by different people, all that sort of stuff. Gagan has a big thing about being famous and that propelling your content. And so I'm giving this one as an example, where I did an interview with Jason Pantana, who's Tom Ferry's lead coach. Okay. Jason Pantana and I talked about a concept called Google Local Guides on his podcast. The reason why I'm talking about this is because it actually started from one of my whys. I relocated to Austin, Texas about 10 years ago. I didn't know anybody. I didn't know what to do. I wasn't in real estate. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to run out of money. What happens? And a lot of people in Austin specifically have gone through this story. And so my goal at that point was to meet as many people as I can in person and learn as much as I can about the city as rapidly as I can, because how many agents were told you are the expert? Just tell everybody you're the expert. You know everything about the location. That's not true. And people don't leave their house. People don't explore. They get caught up into this like tourist, like anti-tourism thing about their own city. And so what I started doing is I would go on Google Local Guides or Google Maps today, and I would go to every restaurant that I've never been to and every place that I'd never been to. And I would take photos and I would do videos. And it got to the point where, well, now I'm the #1 local guide in Austin by a wide margin for real estate agents, something like 350 million views. Sorry, billion, 350 billion views. Sorry, I got to make sure I get that number correct. It's stupid how wide that stuff goes. Now, it's not the same reach like YouTube or something like that, but what happens is there's a high probability that when people look for me on the internet, they'll see something that I've put out there. That's very different than a lot of agents right now. A lot of agents will just talk about the things versus me being able to show the things. And so this podcast was a good conversation. And, for a coaching real estate content podcast, within 7 hours, it had over 1,000 views. I'm like, okay, that's pretty good. So going back to your why. Why are you doing this? Here's my question about this why. If you take away the people that your why is relying on, does that change your trajectory? For example, if I took my wife or the dogs or whatever, my family out of the equation, is my why still intact? And this is obviously, you're not answering this right now, but I want you to think about it in layers. So there's always, who am I doing this for? That's what most people answer, as you saw. Some people say helping people. I really like that. Being materialistic. That's not tied to a person other than yourself. So then always go deeper. So what is your surface level? What's functional? How does it help you and the other people? Because your clients also have this why for the things that they're doing. And if you can connect with that, easy conversion, easy. And then there's a behavioral. Why are people riding mountain bikes around Austin? Why are people going to coffee shops? Why are people going to the bars? Why are people going to meetups? Right? Why do people come to these webinars? That depth, if you can get to that level of depth with the clients that you want to align with, it changes everything. So real quick, I want to talk about the branding conversation, the branding and how it's a conversion system. So in 2020 to 2023, for those of you who were around during the COVID era, the first person to answer the phone or to reach out, they got the job. It didn't even matter if you were good. You didn't need to know anything. That was the best part about that. You didn't have to be a good agent. You just had to be an agent in the area. And then about 2024 and 2025, buyers started interviewing people. They started looking you up online. And don't get me wrong, social media has been around for a long time, obviously. But this is the kind of stuff that it's been this huge shift, and it's not getting easier. It's actually increasing the amount of noise that you're receiving. So you have trust that is pre-decided before you ever even have a chance to talk to your leads. And this is for everybody. So you can have 1,000 leads. Pardon me. Sorry, I'm just getting over some cedar fever. But if you have 1,000 leads, don't have a connection with them, your conversion rate is going to be abysmal, like less than 1% for most agents, because they don't have an expertise and they don't know how to connect with these people. You can align your content with some of these, with your audience really well. It increases your conversion rate 20-fold. Okay. And right now, obviously, we have so much AI and fake stuff that's going out there, and all that noise is just creating more skepticism and pushing people away. And so now in 2026, I feel like This is the year of trust. Absolutely the year of trust for your clients. Again, Gagan and Sagun are going to be talking about some things that are helping you build that trust rapidly, but you have to have your brand that aligns with it so that that rapid lead flow, you can contain it and you can convert it, or you can pass it to someone who it works for. And so right now, everyone is an expert. Everybody has access to the same AI. Like, you're not special in that way, right? Everyone can make noise. You can use Pagein and a bunch of different apps to just create an AI version of yourself and put it out there. There's so many people that are doing, hundreds of videos a month. You can't compete with that. What you can do is focus on your authenticity and your proximity, and that's where local market comes in. And so I'm going to give you an example of like one of my lines or things that I put out. If someone's asking, like, am I a decent agent? And this is very basic, but being able to showcase like where you work is so important for people. Most agents, if you grab their business card, you can't even figure out what city they're in. Think about that. That's just the reality of it. The ability to tell people what you actually do and articulate it, if you don't get it done in the first 30 seconds of conversation, you're lost. And so I like having that available for people, right? Like military vision, top local guide, teaching in the academy, stuff like that. Okay. And then some of your, some of your certifications, if you have those. I'm going to keep this short. A couple days ago, I was with another agent and we were pulling up some content on ChatGPT. We're looking up information on ChatGPT so we can do a collab video. And sure enough, one of my videos came up on her phone. Talk about power, like that's power, right? And again, this is all stuff that will come as you're putting out more content, and our hosts will show you about this. But I want you to really think about what it is you can control versus what you have no control over. We call it internal and external locus of control. And so the things you can focus on, most agents, I think, gloss over today, especially if they're new in the industry, is what do you know? And what's your experience? How do you explain that? And the other challenge is your newer agents don't focus on that. Your agents that have been around a while have this, but don't put it out there as content. And it's like this huge gap where we have so much power in this industry right now to be able to take our experience and put it out there in a meaningful way that's different from other people, or you have very little experience, but you research to death, and you can put that out there and actually learn how to have these conversations with people. Okay, the things you don't control, obviously, algorithms, headlines, although that's going to be a conversation that Sagun's going to talk about a lot. And then platform changes. I think Gagan is going to talk about the platform changes, interest rates. It's garbage. We got nothing. We can't do anything about it. And it affects you differently in every city. So that's another thing. Being able to speak to that in your city is going to be a huge, huge, huge advantage. And I really like the idea of brand ubiquity. So when I put something out, it's under Ian of Austin everywhere. It does not matter what platform it is. It doesn't matter where they go. And so Gagan had said earlier, most of my clients don't know my last name. They don't need to. I want them to go into Google or go on any platform, Instagram, TikTok, it doesn't matter, and type Ian of Austin, because I can control that. And it's ubiquitous across brands. I don't care if it's LinkedIn, flipping Pinterest. I'm on there as Ian of Austin. And so if you can have a brand that's tight, all that means is you control what people see about you. And if you don't do that, if you don't control what people are receiving about you, they're going to come up with their own ideas. And that's not good. And that's still a brand. Okay, so almost done. We're going to give out some homework here. Before I do the homework, I want to show you this, because this is so stupid, but it still works. So over on the right, you can see here that I've got icons. So like in my Discord or in some of my social media apps, I've got icons that I use when I'm having conversations with people. And the best part is, like, everybody understands happy faces. Everybody understands like a money symbol for the eyes. I had an artist create all these for me. I've done this years ago, but that gives me that slight edge of creativity and entering someone's world in a conversation. So instead of just putting a heart, I can put an Ian face heart with eyes on it. silly, but it is unique. It's a value prop that no other or very few other agents are using. Same with here. If you're on Instagram or Facebook or any of these apps and you type in Ian of Austin, you have GIF overlays that you can put in there, right? It's a thing that doesn't make a lot of sense, but I see other agents at Real and outside of Real that use this on their stories. And I'm like, that's awesome. Thank you. And that causes me this law of reciprocity to now send their story. Do you see that they did that? It's so fun. Okay, so think about this. Where does your brand currently show up? Where do you want it to show up? Those are two very different questions. And so for those of you that don't know how to do this, on to Google and go to incognito mode and just start typing your name, right? Or your brand style or any of that sort of stuff. Okay? I want to make sure I miss some of these things. I use them. Sandra, yes. So she uses the Ian of Austin silly sticker things, right? Nowadays, you can create stickers so easy. Everybody can do it. That's what I'm saying. These are things that have been around for years and nobody's knowing how to do them. And now everybody has the same access that you do. So now you have to decide your lane. And that comes to where do you want it to show up? And then how do people feel when they see your content? If your content doesn't evoke emotion, it's not good content. That's so important. News headlines, that evokes emotion. Usually it's fear, but it evokes an emotion or urgency or maybe happiness. And it might not only be your real estate content that does that. It might be your personal stuff. That's why I'm showing myself on the lake with my dogs and my wife and on the boat. Like that's happiness. It's like, hey, I'm a real human. Every once in a while, I got to take time to do this because this industry is hard and stressful. Okay. And so if you're thinking about it from through the lens of your own marketing, you got to ask yourself, is it same, but different? Like everybody has the same, most every agent has the same value prop. Right? We help people buy and sell real estate so that they can further their goals in life. The question is, how do you make yours stand out one step more than everyone else so that it aligns with your personal brand? So if you DM Ian of Austin on Instagram, send you the branding GPT, and I've got an avatar GPT, those sorts of things that'll be able to help you out. I wanted to also share this particular quote from Jay-Z. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it says, he goes, I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. And I remember hearing that quite some time ago and thinking, oh, I get it. For those of you that don't know, well, I'm not going to go into any further, but that's a very powerful quote when you're an agent. Everything you do and you put out there is part of your business, including your personal stuff. All right. So thank you so much. Sorry that I was trying to put along pretty quickly. It looked like I did. In here, if you scan the QR code, I've got best books for real estate lead generation, only lead generation books, right? That's really, really important. I also, if you go to Ian of Austin /R.E.A.H, and these will be out later, you'll get best apps and tools for your business. You'll get a couple guides that you can use for your business and a discount to my t-shirt store where you can get cool stuff like this. All right, I'm done.
Guys, okay. How amazing was that? Like, if you're not in the comment sections and you're like, Ian, thank you so much, then there's something fundamentally wrong with you. Ian, I learned so much. I know Segun learned so much. I remember
a lot.
that we had, I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman, right? I'll add to that quote. I think it was 50 Cent who said, money doesn't make me, I make money.
So good. We talked about this. Remember?
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, I made these coins that I would hand out to my clients. And on one side, it's obviously my logo and my website. And then on the other side, it's an incentive to come back. Right. So it's like a challenge coin that I can get out to people. It's gold. This is the money. Like, it's so silly, but that physical thing matters to people. And that concept of money matters to people. The exchange of money.
Right? It's like people can associate you with that unique item. I call it a unique item point. It's like, oh, gold coin. Who gave it to you? Ian.
Well, business cards, most of them go straight into the trash.
Yes.
They go straight into the trash. Nobody's going to throw this away. I've got people that didn't even use me as a realtor and kept this thing. So stupid. But that's good. You know?
Guys, can we put a 1 in the chat just to say thank you to Ian? And if I swear to God, if I don't see 45 ones, I'm going to be irate. So can we get some 1s in the chats just to say thank you to Ian? Let him know, obviously, this was valuable, that we're still here. We're still engaged because we still have 2 more people to go. Oh, my gosh, all these ones. Michelle, Karen, Jennifer. We got Ari, Kirsten. Oh, you guys are awesome. William, 1x45. Whoa. Andrew Hannon's on this call. Kim, Kirsty. Oh, this is exciting stuff, guys. We're super duper grateful for it. Love it, love it, love it.
You gonna go next, Gagan?
I'm up.
All right.
Dun, 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 dun. Ian, do you know if I can here, let me just share my screen. This is probably easier.
Yeah, sure.
All right, guys. Many of you may or may not know me. My name is Gagan. I am currently sharing my screen. If you guys can see it, let me know. Put a 2 in the chat if you can see my screen, just so I know that everything looks good and that we've obviously got engagement as well. I'm looking right here. Gypsy, Ian, Nima, perfect. You guys can see my screen, correct?
Yep.
Yes. Okay, perfect. Look, even before I start, I want you guys to understand 2 theorems. 2 theorems that will actually help you engage and connect with your audience. Theorem number 1, theorem, motto, notion, idea, whatever you want to say, is this right here. It is no longer about who you know. It is about who knows you. It is no longer about who you know. It is about who knows you. That is vital. I can promise you, media, content, ads will take a lot of the people that you think are your SOIs and give them to someone who's making more content. Because the second theorem is this: your actions are worth more in demonstration than they are in the commitment of the action itself. I'll say this again. Your actions are worth more in demonstration than they are in the commitment of the action itself. Itself is important. I'm not telling you not to do anything. I'm saying you need to show that you're doing this. We now live in a market of showing, not telling. Guys, we're going to engage. We're going to talk about this. I'm going to go super duper fast. Okay? So all of you that are taking your Adderall, that have got caffeine, pop another one, drink some more, because we are going to be hyped. We are going to make this super exciting. Don't become the network. Don't network, become the network. This is me. As many of you know, my name is Gagan Timsina. I run one of the fastest growing media cohorts in the entire state of Ohio and city of Columbus. The Columbus Report. We garner anywhere from about 5 to 6, maybe 6.5 million views. These are what our numbers look like right here. And these are the texts, content, anything that we see. Gypsy, let me know what you want me to say. And I promise you I'll say it. Because I've told Andrew Hannon, I've told Bill, I've told everyone all these things already. William's paying attention right now. We're getting 10 million views in about 90 days. This guy is actually working with Bigger Pockets. And he wanted to do a podcast with me, which we're going to do while I'm living literally in Thailand. That's right. If any of you want location freedom, building media and literally having a buyer's agent like Gypsy can save you so much time. And I'll teach you how to build all of these things as well. Guys, these are the text messages that we're getting. Can you put a 2 in the chat if you would love to get text messages like this from people that are looking to buy or sell homes with you just because you're making videos about a city that you love? Like, how insane is that? Sagun's the only one that wants this. We've got Sandra, Kirsten, William. That's awesome. Let's go, guys. Morgan, Kim. Okay, now that we've got this here, I got a $10 million buyer from this. Like, this is insane to me. We are currently working with him to buy over 200 acres of land, which we will then use to build over 40 houses. He's going to work with us on all of those projects. Guys, that's going to be nearly $35 million in business. Once that happens, you best believe I'm changing my number and none of you are talking to me again. Just kidding, Andrew. Obviously, I'm going to give you my new number. To Kem, he's not going to get it. Karen, you're a maybe. Just kidding, you're a yes. Okay, so look, I'm not trying to get political, but the future governor of the state follows my page. When you're thinking about building media, anything that's horizontal to it is incredible, because this isn't just about selling homes, it's about selling anything because you've sold yourself. I'll say that again, this isn't about selling homes, it's about selling anything because you've sold yourself. I'm currently, and this is so funny, I'm currently in the middle of potentially franchising a Taco Bell because I love Taco Bell and I get to do that because all of this exists. So let's cover exactly what to do, guys. I've literally got 15 minutes and we've got a bunch of slides. So please pay attention. Please take screenshots. We're going to talk about 3 specific things: what to make, how to gauge, and how to convert. And many of you have seen this presentation, but I'm telling you, there's new things that I literally added last night. So please pay attention. So the first thing, you have to pick a path. We've got authority or documentation. Do you want to document the journey, or do you want to have an authority position in what we make? That's going to be the journey, the learning, the raw aspects of it. The authority is the proof, it's the conviction. Hey, look, it's not just a matter of this home sold, it's the matter of we saved $70,000 for this buyer. Like, you're showcasing your expertise right here, conviction over everything else. A hook isn't good until you have the proper enunciation and inflections to make the hook good. 5 reasons you shouldn't buy a home in Columbus, Ohio. Like, who cares? Who cares about that? Morgan, you don't care about that, do you? Gypsy, you don't care about that? What you care about is, look, there's top 5 reasons that you shouldn't buy a home in Columbus, Ohio. And number 4 is the thing that makes it or breaks it for 10,000 people a year. Now you're caring, because conviction is energy. Energy is emotion. And the emotion that you have is the emotion that people feel. Conviction is energy. So we must have conviction. What do we actually make? Please take a screenshot of this. You will have access to the slides, but we're going to go so fast, guys. I've literally got like 13 minutes left. Number 1 is these are our 6 pillars of content. We've got local breaking news, developments, neighborhoods and suburb guides, foods and drinks, things to do, and light real estate content. If you can see here, and Kem, can you tell me if I'm lying in the chat? But there was an event that happened in Columbus. Kem and I were in a car. I stopped my car in the middle of the highway and I made the post. That post is sitting at like 300,000 views. Conviction, 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 conviction. These are the 6 pillars of content that we have right here. Local breaking news, developments, neighborhood guides, food and drinks, things to do, and light real estate content. Attention without direction is useless. Guys, when we're making content and we're posting whatever we want to post, remember, it has to have somewhere for them to lead. The video that you got 5 million views, it doesn't matter, because they watch it, they liked it, then what? Then what? Right? I'm asking you, then what? In your content, where do people go? Then what? Which is why we have a CTA. If you're missing a CTA, it makes no sense to make the video. Our CTA is something simple like this. Comment the word report, and my team and I will send you all the information that's happening to this pertinent news. And as always, it's Gagan, your favorite local realtor, signing off. That's our message right there. I was at the event yesterday with people from Columbus, and they wanted to meet you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Arpan. I mean, yeah, let's talk offline. Okay, so next we're going to set up ManyChats, Make, NAN for lead capture. All of this exists. Please take a screenshot. If you want access to this as well, here's what I'm going to say. If you want access to this, take a screenshot of this and post it on your Instagram and tag us. If you tag us, I will send this to your Instagram. Haha, now you got to work, huh? If you tag us, I will send this to your Instagram. My Instagram is Gagan Leads for my agent-facing channel. But we want all of these things right here as we're talking about, right, guys? Want the list? Comment food below. Use ManyChat to auto DM. Sync that to Google Sheets, Airtable, or your CRM, and trigger email follow-up. All of this goes directly to our Beehive, which then sends a welcome email, and then we use Zapier to trigger a retargeting ad. That is insane. No one in your market is doing that. Do it, please. Like, no one is doing it. I'm telling you. Please implement. We're going to use, and then we've got Ed here as well. If you guys want help from a legitimate boss, not just a boss in the making, please hit up Ed. Like, Ed knows what he's doing. He's absolutely crazy with it. Guys, we want to use this to build our lead capture. Because now we're collecting emails. Algorithms change, email addresses don't, right, Gypsy? Algorithms change, email addresses don't. Am I right, Nima? William, am I right? I still have the same email since I was 4 years old. Dragon Ball Z Super Saiyan God Goku at gmail.com. And I still use it because I don't want to change it. People don't change their emails, which is why we must build a list. It's so funny. I just got a message from Sagoon. He said, I sound like I have 10 coffees in me, so I'm going to lower that energy down. Guys, we need to build content with these mediums right here. Developments, events, real estates, and this. This is the secret sauce. YouTube. YouTube is the secret sauce. Remember, these two things go in correlation with each other. Even if no one cares about the developments, even if no one cares about the news, that's okay because people care about events. Ian does an amazing job of this. Why? Because he's meeting people face to face. And remember, live events change lives. Can someone put that in the comments, please? Because that was so good. Right? Live events change lives. Put a 3 in the comments if you agree. We're going to keep moving on. But look, this right here is the content. We have, first and foremost, my video. Because I want them to go to YouTube. Guys, my AVD, or my average view duration on my video right now, is sitting at 7 minutes. It would take someone 35 reels to hit that. So imagine they're watching me on Instagram, they get sent my email, and now they're watching my YouTube link. How crazy is that? I'm on 3 different medias already. That's what you want. So this is the first video. And look at my text. Hey, it's Gagan. I'm still the only Gagan Timsina in the world as far as I know. What's really funny about this is Kem Kadaria, who's on this call, he's a friend of mine. He copied that exact same thing. He said, my name is Kem Kadaria. As far as I know, the only Kem Kadaria in Monroe County. I'm the world. He's the Okay, little jokes. Guys, look, we talk about what's coming here. I want people to know, hey, look, these are the things. And if you're interested in them, please keep reading. If not, bye-bye. We've got the content. And then this. This is the holy grail right here. It's the events. Take a screenshot of this. Because this right here is what will drive people to continuously read your stuff. Because these events do 2 things. Number 1, it showcases things that people want to do. And it showcases things that people don't want to do, right? Simple enough. And then we've got this week's wrap up. Homeowners, home buyers, and bottom line. Please don't call people sellers and buyers. Like, for what? Bro, for what? If you just wrote seller, if you just wrote buyer, they're not gonna know. So you want to write homeowners, home buyers, and bottom line with a CTA right there. We're sitting at just about 147 clicks so far, and we've closed about 10, 11 deals just from this alone. Like, that is insane. If you think about the content that we've got and how many content we've posted, we're at 715 posts. Every single one of those posts is right now worth about $93. Can you put a 5 in the chat? Just put a 5 in the chat. If I gave you $93, if you would make a post, please put a 5 in the chat. If you wouldn't, I mean, there's no point in us being here. Let's look at these 5s as we move on. Sagoon is a 5. I love it, Sagoon. Me too, buddy. Me too. Guys, really? There we go. Now we're seeing them. Ari, Morgan, Sandra. Awesome. Guys, we want to think like a media company, not an agent. And I literally have 10 minutes, so we're going to do this super fast. How does a media company operate? How does a media company do what it does? Well, we create local map series on IG Reels and Stories. We break down the big developments that are happening here. We host guests and people. We're literally hosting the mayor in a couple of months. Like, the amount of authority that we are building is incredible. Engage like a media brand. Build an ecosystem, Instagram to newsletter to YouTube, plus giveaways. That's how we do things differently. Even if the mayor never buys a home with you, look at how much trust and authority that you've built. Think about your local celebrity. Think about someone in your mind that you absolutely love. Is it Brad Pitt? Is it me? No, I'm just kidding. Is it Brad Pitt? Maybe it's Chris Evans. Whoever it is, if they came into your local market and said, hey, I'm looking to start selling houses, would you work with them? Would your clients work with them? And why? Because, please write this down, and I want to see everyone understand this. Fame is the most effective business model. Fame is the most effective business model. Our CPM, which is cost per 1,000 views, our click-through rate, our links, our ROI, everything, the cost of a lead has gone down almost 47% ever since we started getting famous. And guess what we're doing for our ads? We're literally running retargeting ads against our audience. If you want us to do a masterclass on how to run ads against your audience, put a 1 in the chat. If I see more than 10 ones, we will hold another masterclass on just retargeting. If I don't see 10 ones, we're not going to do the class. But you want to think like a media company. Next, content creation system. A lot of my coaching clients, you guys are like, well, Gagan, what do I actually do? How do I actually build this out? Everything. Look, let's simplify this, okay? Monday, we want to find an article. So many ones, jeez. Tuesday, the newsletter goes out. Wednesday, we're preparing for Thursday's newsletters, which is just things to do. And then Thursday, we're actually sending it out. And Friday is a weekend event post plus a YouTube. Take a screenshot of this, copy this, and literally put this in the chat GPT. That's 21s. Thank you, Orphan. Put it in the chat GPT and say, understand the framework of how this is written. And then you feed it news articles and it will write this out for you. But at the same time, your post brings people, your stories keep them. This is my little brother. Look at what people are saying. He needs a weekly segment. People are laughing. What a cutie. Obviously, they're talking about me and not him. But it builds connections. Don't be afraid to be human. Authenticity wins. We're posting so much about the local market, but who are you? One of my friends, Kirsten, said this, and I found this really valuable. Guys, it's no longer just about value. It's also about values. That's important. Okay, here's the metrics that we want to track. DMs, triggered hand raisers, comments from CTAs. I got 5 minutes left, guys. We're going to go rapid fast now. Comments from CTAs, appointments booked, which is a warm pipeline, and closed deals. Take a screenshot of this as well. These are the numbers that we're always looking at. There's 2 different operational sides. Obviously, we've got the media front and we've got the real estate machine as well. Look, the media front is followers gained, followers lost, watch times, and shares. These 2 metrics, watch times and shares, are the most important things because no longer is it about seconds of value. It is about value of seconds. Let me say that again. No longer is it seconds of value. It's value per second. So how long is someone watching your content for? What are the shares? When we're on this thing right here, we need to constantly go like this. So if someone stopped, shared, and then posted, imagine just the insanity that comes with it. That's what happens. And then real estate is leads generated, connected, converted, and deals closed. Here's where we get our VAs. Guys, look, level with me, okay? Look, watch me. You with me? Cool. You with me? Okay, cool. Sagun has posted almost 900 times in the last 6 months. I'm going to teach you who looks the same. We do not look the same. That does not look like me. Leanne, I will kick you off this call. That does not look like, I'm just joking. Sagun has posted almost 800 times. I'm going to teach you very much the top idea of how to find virtual assistants. Sagun will show you exactly what to do. These are the 3 tools that we're using. Look, you and your brother. Okay, that's hilarious. So these are the 3 tools that we're using to find our VAs. There's 3 steps to a funnel: a top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel as well. Here's our SOPs for the VAs. Please take a screenshot of this so you can actually implement and use. I'll give you guys 30 seconds to do so. Just kidding, we're running out of time. Let's move on. This is the second portion of it. Please take a screenshot. Cool, done, awesome. This is our newsletter. This is just proof of concept. We're getting right now anywhere from about 60 to 70% in open rate. It's awesome. Moving on from that, these are all the thumbnails that our VAs and the AI makes. Don't run Premiere yet. You might win. Definitely not going to run Premiere. Communication methods are Slack, Monday, and Messenger. A lot of the VAs love WhatsApp, but we use Messenger just because I'm on Facebook so much. My team's on Facebook, so it really helps. All conversion happens in conversation. A VA cannot convert for you. One more question, real quick. Put a 5 in the chat if you think you can convert in the DMs. Just put a 5 in the chat. Can you convert in the DMs? Oh, yeah, 2 people, 3 people, 5. Whoa, Morgan, aren't you cool? Kirsty, William, whoa, you guys are badasses. You can convert in the DMs, but it's all about what you say. And that's why the next masterclass is going to be what the VAs should be saying to people. It's what you need to be saying in the DMs, because everything that we're doing right now, guys, is about garnering attention and people. But what do we say when those people are here? That is the next masterclass. So be on the lookout for that. Our tools right here. Ed, if you're still on this call, guys, like NAN, if you're a fanatic like myself, NAN is amazing. We're looking to build AI simulations and AI tools and AI agents using NAN. It's insane. I'm super duper excited about it. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. This is a video. This is NAN.
Okay, stop spending hours building your automations from scratch. There's an AI tool that lets you create entire automations just by chatting with it. You can literally tell it what you want, and in seconds, it'll build an entire workflow for you. Or if you have an AI workflow already, just send it a screenshot and it will optimize and make it even faster and better. Even better, you can use it to edit, debug, or optimize any workflow that you've already built out. This is the exact kind of AI leverage that creators absolutely need to build faster, smarter, and more effectively. To get clients automatically, just comment the word automations down below, and my team and I will send you the link for this AI tool right now.
We're not going to do that because most of you are already overwhelmed. And if Ed and myself, anyone else starts adding AI tools, you're going to leave this call. So we're not going to do that. That is another class. Guys, we're using all this to write AI copilots, AI monitors productivity, flags bottlenecks with all of our VAs, and we actually let the agents, the AI agents, assist in training and SOP creation. Like, it's insane. If we bring on a new VA, right, guys? If we bring on a new VA, Ed can attest to this, and we say, hey, look, this VA's job is literally to design graphic. It's insane because this can build it out for you. Guys, keep our VAs happy by three things. And again, Segun will speak very heavily to this. Reaffirming the work, paying 15% above market value, and giving referrals. A lot of our VAs are single moms. This is how they make money. To really just put it out there, they're not living the best lives. So it's our job to help. There's a human being on the other side of the communication mode. So we pay a little bit more. Like a reel, we used to pay $3. We were paying $10 a reel now. My VA is $7, $8 an hour. Like, that's nothing to us, but to them, that's a lot of money. Please be kind to your virtual assistants. They're humans. Guys, a relationship is 60-40. And both sides need to be aiming to be the 60th percentage. Guys, that's all I've got. Thank you so much. If you want to work with us, if you have any questions, obviously just let us know here. I'll put my calendar link down below. But I hope that was helpful. I hope that was valuable. I hope you guys learned something. Obviously, I'm a very energetic fella. So
10 coffees, man. Like I said,
it's the Cobra.
Yeah. No, I think that was amazing, Gagan. And thank you for sharing all of your knowledge and all that. I'm gonna try to tone it down. I'm gonna try to make it into 2 coffees instead of 10 coffees. So I'm gonna try to slow down the pace a little bit. So welcome, guys. Before I begin, put a 1 in the chat if you found this valuable from Gagan and Ian. Like, I've learned so much already, and I'm working with these guys almost every day. And just put a 1 in the chat because they've worked so hard. We've worked hard in preparing this. There's a lot of sauce. There's a lot of knowledge. And I think you guys are going to be pretty happy with, what's coming up next.
You guys are too kind. Oh, thanks, guys. Here, I'll actually put my I'll put my IG down below, so that way you can get the recording as well, and then connect with us on Instagram, so we can all just go from there.
Christina saying Gagan here to dysregulate and shake us, and then Segun here to re-regulate us to get us going.
How am I dysregulating you guys? What?
Yeah. No. For me, like, I'll just kind of tone it down. I'll make it, very, very friendly, very engaging.
I wasn't friendly.
I'm kidding. Just teasing. Okay. Ian, did you get my okay, I think that's how you guys can see my slides, right? I think so. Okay. Let me get started then. Okay, guys, welcome. For those that don't know me, my name is Segun Sadai, Realtor with Spyglass Realty, part of Real Brokerage. I also have my own painting company. Moved from Austin a year ago from Detroit, Michigan, and I have a tech background and I just love to help people. So before we kind of get started with the whole idea of VAs and how I've leveraged VAs to grow my Austin Report page. So before that, I also want to say comment one if you guys are stressed out about posting in social media. Just comment a one. I better see those ones before I even get started, because I felt this pain. Like, pretty much I've been doing social media for a while, but I've never had the opportunity to leverage or do anything. So I better see a lot of ones, because hopefully you guys can relate with where I'm coming from. Cool. I see Morgan, I see Ian, Gagan, Kirsty, Allison, Michelle, Jeremy. Yeah, a lot of ones. Everyone can relate. We only have a limited amount of time. We only have 24 hours in a day. And how do we leverage that time and, give that work off to someone else while you're doing something else, is what I'm going to be saying. So next up, just before that, if people don't know, I have a page called the Austin Report. The reason that I started the Austin Report was, things are growing fast. I wanted to kind of have a news platform like what Gagan was saying, where, people can relate. And Gagan was saying, fame is the key. And that's kind of what I wanted to do in Austin. And I've only been here for a year. And it's crazy to see like the results that has happened. It's my IG handle, over 20,000 followers and 5 million impressions a month. I mean, how crazy is that? And Leanne, to answer your question, I actually upload 6 times a day. I have over 900 posts as of yesterday. So, and that's not just me. That's also because I've had external help, because I also do real estate too. So like I said, covers real estate, infrastructure, tech, business, and lifestyle. It just gets crazy. People ask me, Sagun, how do you post every day? Are you crazy? Are you on your phone all the time? Are you a madman? Are you a maniac? Partly yes, but I've had help. And obviously I've needed help. So you guys can see my stats. June of 2025, Austin Report, 1,000 followers. And then in January of 2026, 20,600 followers. Look at my impressions that I have. I know Gagan was also saying, how many impressions, but look how many impressions I have as well, with 20,000 followers. Put a one in the chat if you guys want to achieve this. Put a one in the chat, and I want to see a bunch of ones, because this just takes immense amount of posting, immense amount of effort. So I hopefully let's see those ones. Sandra, Ian, Morgan, Gagan. Come on, let's see those ones, guys. Nima. Yeah. So this is the levels that you can get to. So Christine, Michelle, love to see it. So let me, just before I explain how I actually do this process, I'm going to say why virtual assistant matters. Cam, Jeremy, Irpin, ones as well. Content growth breaks when everything depends on one person. And that's what happened when I started the Austin Report at the beginning. I was posting by myself. Trust me, I got burnt out. I got burnt out to the point that I didn't want to do the Austin Report anymore. I only had 100, 200 followers. And I was like, and I haven't told anyone this, but I'll tell you guys right now, I wanted to give up. I really did. I wanted to give up because I just didn't think it was going to be possible. And that's when I'm like, you know what? I need help. Without help, I wouldn't be able to be where I am right now. Inconsistency kills momentum and trust. And that's what I was facing, because I was only posting maybe once every day or twice every day. I wasn't very consistent. And I got burnt out. And that's why I was like, you know what? I have to delegate it out. Congrats, Christine, by the way. 1 million in 30 days. Shout out to her as well. She's doing really, really amazing. Okay, let me go to the next one. So my VA philosophy that I have is virtual assistants are operators. They're not just helpers. You don't just tell your virtual assistant, "Hey, just make this post right," and then just post it. No, you have to have some kind of procedure. For my virtual assistant, when I met my virtual assistant, I went ahead and I interviewed him and I told him my entire vision plan for the Austin report. This is the specific type of posting that I need. This is the still kind of content that I need. Make this, make attractive titles, make sure that the captions are on point. Make sure it's high performing hashtags. I went in a meeting and I explained my entire process with them. So whenever you guys get a virtual assistant, you don't just dump pretty much everything that you have. You go with a process. You go with a plan. You let them know how to execute. I wouldn't have been in this situation if I didn't do that. It's all about clarity. It's all about having proper communication. And then ownership beats micromanagement. I know there's some people, you might have a VA. Comment one if you guys actually already have a VA. I'm just curious. If you guys already have a VA, comment one down below. Because I want to know if someone does have a VA and someone does. Well, Gagan, you have 20. Well, you're just special, my guy. So that's just one of those things. Nima, 1. Ian, 6 VAs. Nice. Sandra, 1. See? I see some of you guys already have VAs. Arpan, you have VA. Kem, you have a VA. It's just what it is. It's just people, we need that VA to leverage it. Like I said, ownership beats micromanagement. You don't micromanage your VA. You give them the flexibility, but you give them your plan. My VA that I've had, I've never micromanaged him. I told him my plan. I told him when to post, the content to put. And since 6 months, he hasn't missed a single day. He hasn't missed a single day because of the trust that I have and also the process, the procedures, the systems that I have had in play. So that's one of the things. Kem as well. He has a VA company. Okay, so what I delegate to VAs: content scheduling and publishing. I can't be on Instagram all the time. I was talking to Gagan yesterday. It's just one of those things. It burns you out. Social media burns you out. When you have Instagram, when you have Facebook, when you have all these things, and social media is meant to keep you in. Yeah, Gagan's saying, I don't have IG on my phone. I'm probably not going to have IG on my phone either at this point, because it really does is designed to bring you in so that you stay for a long period of time. So I have my VA, content scheduling, publishing. He knows when to post at certain times. Just a little sauce for you guys. I post my content 6:30 a.m. and then 11:30 a.m. Reason being, people wake up. What do? They check Instagram, and then before lunch, they check Instagram. My VA knows this. I explained this logic to him. He posts it. Caption formatting, hashtag systems. He has it all. Like I've gone through the entire process. I can go in more detail as well. I'm going to explain it at the end in our one-on-one call. Repurposing content through a platform. So TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. My VA does it all. And then local Austin news and market research. I don't really even have to spend time. People are telling me, "Oh, Sagun, like, where'd you do this? No, my VA. My VA is the one that actually helps me find all those things and actually post it. And even the comment. So another thing that I'm actually doing in the works right now is the comment and the DM engagement. So I do have ManyChat automation, but then there's some comments that needs replying. I'm trying to see if I can leverage my VA to do that as well. So these are some of the things, that you can do. And you can set your VA however you want it to. But my main thing that I'm going to tell you guys is have a plan, have a system in place to teach your VA. Otherwise, it's going to be a mess. And I've been through that. So I don't want you guys to be in that same situation. Cool. So where can I find my VAs? And the final takeaway. Gagan did mention, there's a couple of sites. Upwork, Fiverr, onlinejobs.ph. Those are one of the most popular ones. Obviously, there's Facebook groups and things like that. I found my VA through Upwork. And comment a 1 if you want to know who my VA is. Comment a 1 if you want to know who my VA is, because my VA is the one that has gotten me to where I am right now. I would not be anywhere without my VA right now. And I haven't told anyone this because it just hasn't come to the point, but my VA is the one that has made the Austin report. Obviously, it's me too, but without my VA, I would have not been anything. Cool. I see a lot of ones. Obviously, Gagan won. Duh. Obviously, yes. Christine, Allison, Jeremy, Michelle. It's been life changing. Are you sharing? Yeah. No, I will. And then so one of the things that I've done, I mean, you don't have to use my VA, is interview as many candidates as you can, because what happened to me is I've had VAs that just didn't work out, and I've interviewed them and they were just not clear. They were just not doing a good job. So I tell you guys, maybe spend like a week and interview these VAs like one-on-one. Tell them your vision, tell them your plan. And if you guys feel like you're a match, then go with them. Don't just go with the first VA that you pick. I've made that mistake before. And then some of my final takeaways that I have is content does not scale people. It's systems that scales people. Gagan goes heavy in this. I know Ian goes heavy in this. It's all about the systems. It's not just about just posting there randomly and just being there. And then virtual assistants have become a force multiplier in this structure kind of thing, because without VAs, you can't. It's like you're multiplying yourself into like 4 or 5 different people while you're doing it at once. I know Gagan is saying my VA. So for my VA itself, I will I can put it in the chat as well, but I think it would be better if we can get in a call, and then I can show you my VA. I can introduce you my VA. You guys can take the QR code thing, and I can introduce you to my VA, and I can tell my VA exactly what your systems and processes are in play, and then we can go from there. But he's been amazing. So whenever you guys get a chance, scan that. Let's book a call, 15-minute call, free. I can introduce you to my VA, and if you guys have any other questions as well, I can answer that in that calls. So my Instagram, you guys can see Austin Report, Sadai Holmes. My TikTok, Austin Report, and then my Facebook, and then I have a newsletter just like Gagan. And then yeah, so if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Also, you guys can hit me up in the DMs as well, Austin Report, or my Facebook as well. So just want to say, comment 1 if you guys found everything that we've said valuable so far. Just comment 1, because like I said, we've spent so much time. Everyone here is very knowledgeable in their kind of niche. So, thank you very much for the opportunity, and thank you guys for, attending as well.
Whoa, dude, Sagun, you're like a better looking, more carameled version of me. Yeah.
No, you can't say that, Gagan. No.
You're right. I'm lying to make you feel better. But hey, you know what I'm not lying is when I say that was amazing, dude. That was so valuable.
Thank you.
I need to get more VAs. I obviously don't have 20 myself, but I'm sitting at about 5 or 6 right now. Graphic designer, video editors, and some people that scour. I know, Ian, we talked about that. You're kind of at the same position too, but man, like, it's crazy because right now it's no longer about what you do. It's not about how you do it. It's about who you do it with. And first and foremost, I get to do this with you guys, which we're so pumped about, because for those of you that are with R.E.A.C.H, Sagun is in correlation and partnership with both myself and Ian. And he's just doing such a fantastic job in Austin. Ian and I got on a call. This was kind of the idea behind this. We said, hey, let's be as valuable as possible to the people and also to Sagun. So we want people to know how amazing he is, how hard he's worked. And that was kind of the whole idea behind this. So If you're not with Real, obviously we'd implore you to have that conversation about it, but we want to keep it broad now. We've got a little bit of time left. Any questions that you guys have for myself, for Ian, for Sagoon, let us know. Please tag, all of our IGs are here as well. Tag us, let us know what you thought about this, put it out there. And if you want that call about the retargeting, how to do the SOP for VAs, let us know that as well. We want to be as valuable as possible, but we'll stay on a bit longer. Any questions that you guys have, just put it in the chats.
Ooh, that's a good one. When is the funnel Zoom?
It can be whenever you want. No, it can't be whenever you want.
Well, I think the question is, when you say funnel, are you talking about your funnel system, or are you talking about like retargeting, or is there something specific that you're looking for, Sandra? Because funnel is one of those words that
it's everywhere.
Use a little different. There we go. That's what I'm looking for.
Retargeting. Oh man, Ian,
once people are in your world and retargeting, we just talked about that. This is a different one. N8N is a different tool. That's automation tool. Retargeting is ad campaigns.
So Ian, I kind of shot myself in the foot, dude. Guys, I'm going to be in Thailand for a month and a half, and then I'm going to Vietnam, and then I'm going to Bali, and then Japan. So I say all of that to say we will definitely set up a time to make this Man's Going on a World Tour, something like that. I can do this because I'm with Real. I can do this because my revenue share helps compensate a lot of the costs. And if you're not with Real, I would strongly implore you to have the conversation because, it's worth it. But we can do that sometime next month, guys. How does that sound for the retargeting ads? N8N. Does anyone else want help with N8N? Or is it just R.E.A.C.H? If it's just him, I'll hit him up privately. But a step-by-step roadmap would be so helpful for someone like me who is not very social media savvy. What do you mean? This was a step-by-step roadmap.
Yeah, I think I also think Sagoon and I can work on the VA conversations if that helps people.
Yeah.
And then we can, just collab on some tie-ins for it.
Love it. We got some more questions, guys. We got so many amazing questions. Interviews, questions, and ideas for the VAs. That's Sagoon, obviously. Man's Going on a World Tour. I'm trying to get married in Thailand. I'm joking. I'm not going to get married there. Thank you so much. I needed this for my business. Hopefully I'll hear from you again for future workshops. Absolutely, Allison. Spyglass. Oh, my God. Yeah, you guys are the same team. India 2026. I don't know what that means.
He wants to go.
Oh, you want to go to India? I mean, sure. Second quarter goals. Let's do it, Sandra. Come to Nepal on February. Don't tell me what to do. I'm just kidding. Sure. How do we find the best captions and CTAs? What do we rely on? Oh, that's a great question. I'm sure all of you guys have a question too about that. But so we use the best $20 that you'll ever spend is ChatGPT. Okay. The best Ian,
$20 a month.
Yeah.
The best $20 a month you'll ever spend is on ChatGPT. And I say this because if you guys saw the thumbnails that we built, everything is AI. Like everything was from ChatGPT. So we use ChatGPT to write our captions. We use it to write our CTAs. We use it to write everything, and we just copy and paste. And then we go on the Edits app. The Edits app has a transcription feature right here. Right there, there's a teleprompter feature on the Edits app. And then we just paste what ChatGPT says and we read it. Right, Sagoon?
Pretty much you just read my mind, man.
Yeah, that's exactly what we do, guys. Hope that was helpful. Leanne, let me know if that was helpful. Me, Kirsten, I don't know what that means. Book a private call with Gagan. If he can help me, he can help me. Yeah, dude, if I can help someone like R.E.A.C.H, guys, like I promise you I can help you.
That's saying something, man. That is saying something.
Saying something. I'm just kidding. Yeah, guys, I hope this was helpful. I hope myself, Ian, and Sagoon could, if there's anything that we can possibly do, please let us know because Ian and I have the same mindset, which is why I love working with him so much. And that's this, like a lot of you are here in collaboration with us at Real Broker. And what that means is it's not a matter of hierarchy. It's honestly just a matter of the fact that we work for you, right? Like Ian and I work for you. So if we can help you, if we can help Sagoon, if we can help R.E.A.C.H, if we can help Alice and George, please let us. Like, we can't read your minds, unfortunately. I will be able to next year, but right now I can't. So if there's anything that we can do to be of service, please let us know, because we all love serving. And that's why we're doing these calls. If you've noticed, there's no sales pitch. There's no $10,000 course. It's just three handsome guys spouting knowledge about what they know. So appreciate you guys. We'll stay for like 2 minutes. But yeah. Always here to help.
Like what Gagan is saying, it's all about having the servant mentality, and we all three have that, and it's all about giving back. And if you guys have any questions, like what Gagan is saying, yeah, feel free to message me, feel free to DM me. I'm always helping everyone anytime that I can, and I love helping people. So yes. I'm always here for you guys.
Love it. Well, real quick,
that's an open-ended invite for everybody. Anybody who's on this call, anybody who's watching this webinar, we, like Gagan and Sagun said, it's one of those things where you get fulfillment when you're just sharing information with people, and that's one of the reasons why we've all joined Real, because it hasn't been like that everywhere in our lives.
So that part.
It's really cool here.
All right, guys. Well, if there's no other questions, thank you for being here. We appreciate you guys, and you guys have a great day. Peace.
Love it.